the Sunday Night Anthem, delivered by Uber Eats.
It took 4 years to build and $5.5 billion and sets a new standard. SoFi Stadium, Inglewood, California, the home of the Los Angeles Rams, who take the field on opening night. In town, the Chicago Bears and their game wrecker, Khalil Mack, all set to take on Matthew Stafford and the Rams on Sunday Night Football.
Jalen Hurts, sorry.
To show the foil, well, Stafford was in Detroit for 12 seasons, wanted a change of scenery. The Rams were thrilled to give him that opportunity. Gave up a ton to get him. They think he'll be the man. They're also excited because they think the combination of Stafford and Sean McVay, the coach, is a match made in heaven. We'll find out. The Bears also have their quarterback of the future. He's a rookie, Justin Fields, and he'll start on the bench tonight. They go with the experienced veteran Andy Dalton, but before the night is done, we could see a little bit of Justin Fields. Chris, in this sound machine that is SoFi Stadium, this is the path the Bears have chosen. What's your perspective?
You know, both these teams have quarterbacks that they're really excited about it. Only one of them is going to start tonight, though. Andy Dalton is going to get the first shot at this thing. They think that his experience is going to help against this Rams defense that was #1 in the NFL a season ago. So that means Justin Fields going to be on a hot standby, and many, many Bears fans will be right there with him.
A lot of folks think that the Rams could wind up playing in the Super Bowl in this stadium in February with Stafford on board right now. What do you say?
We've been around the Rams facility quite a bit this week, and they're all walking around with a little grin on their face like they know some kind of secret or something. And I think that secret is Matthew Stafford. They're expecting fireworks out of him. They're expecting a Super Bowl run out of him. And they're expecting it all from a quarterback who is yet to play in a playoff game and win.
We're set for season 16 of Sunday Night Football. It's the Bears and the Rams coming up next on NBC.
Sunday Night Football is brought to you by the all-new Hyundai Tucson, our best Tucson ever. And by Untuck It, shirts designed to be worn untucked. Untuckit.com. NBC Sports, home of Super Bowl 56, welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Sunny L.A. It all begins in this house. The Rams are back and opening up doors for reals to the new crib. They got a new ace now. Hey, if the rides won't fly, then you must buy. You dig? And this man,
Aaron Donald rips him to the turn.
It takes a dog to know a dog. So if you look in the yard and see him fighting a bear, my advice is help the bear. But these bears got a whole new look on O. and a Mack truck coming off the edge.
Khalil Mack doing it all!
So lay back and let's set it off. Sunday Night Football, baby.
This is for the G's and this is for the hustlers. This is for the hustlers.
Kickoff moments away at SoFi Stadium. Nothing like a transition from Snoop Dogg to down on the field, Michelle Tafoya. Michelle.
It takes a dog to know a dog, Al. Hey, you know what? The fans here are experiencing two big unveilings tonight. First, they finally get to experience a regular season game at SoFi Stadium. And second, they get their first look at Matthew Stafford, who did not play in the preseason. Now, Sean McVay believes Stafford could be the missing piece that propels this team to another Super Bowl. Not only does Stafford have an elite arm, McVay says he has the experience and football intellect that often get overshadowed by his athletic talent. So here we are in Southern California, where real estate is at a premium. Who carries the bigger mortgage? Owner Stan Kroenke and this over $5 billion stadium, or McVay and GM Les Snead, who gave up Jared Goff and 3 draft picks, including 2 first-rounders, to get Stafford? We know this building will host Super Bowl 56 in February. We don't know if the Rams will be there, Alan.
So many great storylines. He's made a career out of one phrase. Here is Michael Buffer.
This is the moment we've all been waiting for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Rams fans, let's get ready to rumble!
Damn, that was a lot of fan service for the team that's actually the away team for this game. Welcome in. Match day number 5, everyone, to the 2022 MF Alumni FFL Draft Pick Choice Tournament. We are starting off the quarterfinals today. Myself, Sprite, Colin, and Adam were lucky enough to find our way through the pre-quarters into the second round, which is the quarterfinals, where we'll be taking on Joe S., Preston, Gibby, and Jacob, respectively. Meanwhile, Conair, Wego, Crayon, and Rob have all fallen victim to the pre-quarters loss, and they will be duking it out in the Ninals bracket. We'll be kicking that off alongside semifinals week. So those 4 of you sit back. There are 4 match days until you might be up again. But anyway, today, here we are. Myself, Joe, Bears, Rams. All of that lip service was from week 1, so it was all about SoFi's debut and the Rams' home debut, blah, blah, blah. We're actually going to be at the venerable Soldier Field today. But anyhow, let's take a look at the teams. All right, over here on the visiting Rams, my team, this is Jalen Hurts at quarterback. We're going to have a tandem of running backs with Derrick Henry and Christian McCaffrey splitting the load. Looking down this list, that's a lot of running backs, but we probably won't see any of the other of them on the field for this game, except Tony Pollard. I think he's doing kick return duties. Wide receivers, we got the trio of A.J. Brown, CeeDee Lamb, and Rashad Bateman. Might see a little bit of Amon-Ra St. Brown mixing in. But otherwise, it's going to be those 3. Tight end, Kyle Pitts, and, of course, the Rams defense with the you get the Super Bowl winning defense and the Super Bowl losing kicker in Evan McPherson over here. Meanwhile, the home team, Joe, his Bears, making their tournament debut here as the 1 seed. So only home games for Joe for this tournament. But at quarterback, we got Ryan Tannehill in case of emergency. Kirk Cousins is backing him up. At running back, I believe it's going to be the Alvin Kamara show. Cam Akers is there. I don't think he's first on the depth chart and anything. I think it's all Kamara. Joe, one of the 2 teams rostering a fullback, so Kyle Juszczyk getting a special shout-out in those I formations, which the Bears made famous back in the day. A trio of wide receivers of Terry McLaurin, Julio Jones, and Cole Beasley. Possible sightings of Hunter Renfrow and Allen Robinson as well, but more than likely just those 3. Couple of tight ends of worth here, or of value, of worth, whatever. George Kittle and Tyler Higbee. 2 defenses rostered, and I have them in the wrong order, so I'm not going to be fixing this graphic the entirety of this tournament, so let's deal with that right now, starting now. But the Bears defense will be the one that is active for this game. And then, of course, kicker Graham Gano. I think he's on the Giants as of most recently. Okay, let's hop on in. In quarterfinals week, I have made the decision to use throwback jerseys. So we'll be seeing the Bears in their oranges and the Rams in their, I don't know, bone white, something like that. I don't remember what they called it. As always, 12-minute quarters, 15-second play clock acceleration. Let's get into it. And
it's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some
Alright, as always, anyone wants to join me in the Discord, feel free to. At the moment, just a solo broadcast.
Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan. That's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. Brandon Gaudin here with Charles Davis as always. And CD, you look at the Rams in this matchup. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved. See if they can get some one-on-ones in the passing game. Maybe
oh my god, did I forget to do quick presentation? I totally did. What have I done? Yeah, I gotta restart this game, team.
Coaches in the league told us once, the definition of balanced offense, that means you can do what you want when you want to, not necessarily just running it 50% of the time and throwing it the same percentage.
Whenever it lets me pause. I was wondering why this is taking so long, and I was like, oh right, this is the wrong presentation mode. I was bound to fuck this up at some point. Oh my god, please let me pause.
And off we go from Soldier Field. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
Hello? What is going on? This game has a mind of its own. Do I just knock it to pause in this game mode? Don't make me restart the whole damn thing. Oh my god. There we go. Alright. I'm fixing this. Sorry, team. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain here. There it is. Quick presentation. 12 minutes. I knew I forgot one button. Alright. Game is happening. This one counts. Right into kickoff.
Brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerge from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line.
Quick note on the established gambling lines for this game. I think we said Rams were favored by 6.5 and the over-under at 46.5. Luckily there were no takers because I'm pretty sure I messed up this line somewhere.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise.
Early first down from Alvin Kamara. One thing that happened when switching the games was that the other team started with the ball. So in this version of reality, which is the only version, Joe starts with the ball. I will receive at half.
Tannehill. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying.
Kamara looking like he's going to be somewhat unstoppable. I was going to say fairly, but maybe that's the wrong adjective. Adverb? I don't know. I didn't major in English. There's a reason for that. 3rd and 2 coming up.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him.
All right, big stop there. Kamara stopped for a -1 yard, maybe. 4th and 3 though. Bears on their own 45. Typically this means punt. Looks like they're lining up for that, unless there's a crazy fake going on. Nope, that's going to be a punt. All right, and it will be Rams ball shortly.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Fighting through and past the 40 before he's
Okay, Derrick, can you do that like every play? Just shrugging off 2 dudes for a 14-yard gain? I'll take that.
This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Derrick Henry. And he stopped immediately there. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
Nice little completion for 11 yards for Rashad Bateman. That's going to be a Rams first down up to the attacking 49. We are crossing midfield.
And that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Look at this, a tight end carry.
Jet sweep to Kyle Pitts. He's going to get rolling here.
And past the 35,
that's a nice little 16-yard gain by Kyle Pitts on the jet sweep. One notable lack of ability for each of these defenses. The Rams struggle with linebackers, and the Bears struggle in the secondary. So with Jalen Hurts being so mobile, that's going to be interesting to see how it manifests as the game goes on. The air should be vulnerable, but he may also just tuck and run every now and then. Way to drag those toes, Kyle. Nice little 9-yard gain up to 2nd and 1. But yeah, really the Bears defense, all they've got is Jalen Johnson and Eddie Jackson. Or sorry, the Bears secondary. And I don't think the Madden rating gods were too kind to Eddie Jackson, and Jalen Johnson, they made it so that he develops well in franchise mode but isn't super useful out of the box this year.
27-yard line, he's sacked. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. From the gun, it's Hurts.
Oh man, he might not got a first down there. Brutal. Well, good stop for the Bears. 4th and 1. We'll see what the AI chooses to do here. This could be a go for it. This could just be a give you 3 points. I'll be disappointed with the latter, but it would not shock me. That's what it looks like it's going to be.
This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. McPherson's kick is good. And the Rams have the
disappointing result, but I get it.
So the opening drive
anyway, with the field goal, Rams are up 3-0. 5.5 left in the first quarter.
First downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Lovely kneel down by Jakeem Grant Sr. I think he's on to the Browns now in real life.
Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the
wide open lane for Kamara.
The defense has the advantage.
And luckily Jordan Fuller gets in there and closes it up. 4-yard gain, 2nd and 6.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Tannehill.
Oh, big jump and grab for Julio Jones. That's a, I don't even know how many yard gain that was. Taylor Rapp ends up taking him down. That's a huge chunk play for the Bears, though.
How about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Coming left is Kamara.
A lot of good blocks on that run. Ooh, and an excellent juke. I think he reached forward. That's going to be a 10-yard gain. 1st and 10, new set of downs immediately. Bears are rolling now.
I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he is met in his tracks.
Little change of pace there. Rams get into the backfield and stop Kamara for -2 yards.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's a big
Rams turning it on here as they get closer and closer to their own defending red zone. Another tackle for loss. Now we're seeing a 3rd and 15 for Tannehill and the boys.
3rd and long, it's Tannehill. Get this out to
oh, so much under space, and he jukes his way forward. Good run after the catch there by Kamara, manifesting a 1st down. 1st and 10, onto the attacking 13.
They want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. 2 yards the
shout out to Joe, present in Twitch chat. He can't hear me because he is watching it with no sound and in the background, but he is around. But shout out nonetheless. This one is for posterity.
on 2nd and 12. Tannehill.
Oh my, Tannehill finds him. They're not calling that a touchdown, but that's going to be 1st and inches on the goal line.
Because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection.
Oh, is it use check time? Let's see use check. Come on. Ah, just a key block by use check for a touchdown. Touchdown Alvin Kamara. Joe going up now. I'll be right back. I'm assuming this is going to be 7-3.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point try good by Gano, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack.
I've come back to see that apparently this drive has been all too unimpressive at the moment, huh?
And not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Hurts.
Okay, that's one way to save it. Finding Rashad Bateman on the edge, working it all the way almost to midfield. That's going to be end of the 1st quarter. Joe's Bears lead 7-3, but the Rams showing some sign of life yet.
The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. A 1st down carry for Henry. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Artie Burns, the cornerback, brings him down.
Dude, Derrick Henry is nuts in this Madden.
See what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4
Like, no other player in this Madden just shrugs off defenders like that. No one else.
Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a handoff to Henry.
Well, at least the yin to that yang is that someone just kind of coughed on his ankle and he fell over. But hey, still got a 1st down out of it.
On 1st down, it's Henry, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, helped their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Hurts to throw.
Oh, he makes the catch. The other guy over pursues. CeeDee Lamb just waltzes into the end zone. Big touchdown for the Rams. I don't know why I was being so defeatist earlier. I was only down like 4 points. All right, I'll stop being a weenie, guys. But that's a big play. The defender went over pursued to go for it all. Didn't even get in front of the defender or the receiver. And yeah, that's an easy touchdown. McPherson putting it up. It is good. That is going to make a 10-7 Rams lead here with 10 minutes left in the second. Still a ways to go in this half, but good play nonetheless. Joe saying unset feet with a 74 overall QB. Okay, thanks. That's a 74 overall QB with the scrambler archetype. They get a bit more. I mean, the overall is baked in with their like throwing on the run. And they typically have a higher one out of the box.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive.
Oh, Jalen Ramsey nearly picking that one off, but cannot keep his feet in bounds. Tannehill putting that one close enough to the perimeter to make it where it's his guy or no guy.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Tannehill. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field.
Kittle finds himself a hole in the zone, or at least on the cutback route. That's going to be a nice first down for the Bears, up to their own 30-yard line now.
Because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A give. This is Kamara. And he'll maneuver his way forward for
Kamara trying to do a Derrick Henry impression, but a second defender gets there to put him in a bear hug. 2nd and 6 after the 4-yard gain.
So the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill.
Tannehill with the scramble. This is going to be a big gain here. Oh my goodness. Oh, and he drops it. That is the risk of a quarterback not sliding. He can put the ball on the ground rather easily. Jalen Ramsey scoops it up, and that's going to be Rams ball taking over at their own 33.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field.
Tannehill, my guy, you just needed to slide there before he got destroyed.
Closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Jalen's going to show him how to slide here. Beautiful. 16-yard gainer there, up to his own 49, barely missing midfield. New set of downs.
After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A toss left, Henry.
Oh, Bateman, you need to get a... Oh, never mind. Bateman's fine. No block, no problem. Derrick Henry charging forward. Another big gain out of him. New set of downs up to the Bears 32.
So they go pass pass. Now they go
Rams trying to build some momentum here.
Resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to when you want to. That play call.
Oh, AJ Brown's so open. Find AJ. Damn it. Okay, get down. Good. All right. Making a little something out of nothing. 4-yard gain on the run. No fumble. That's the important piece. 2nd and 6.
They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
2nd and 6. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going
Eddie Goldman on the stop. Recently decided to retire in real life, somewhat suddenly, after signing with the Falcons this offseason.
More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Shouts to all your service in Chicago, Eddie. Important 3rd down here for Jalen and the boys. Putting one up, it's all or nothing here, and that's going to be big incomplete. So I think the Rams are probably looking at another field goal here.
It's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. McPherson's kick is good.
McPherson is money. Rams are going to be leading now 13-7. Just under half of the 2nd quarter to go.
A nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Jakeem Grant now to return. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Chicago offense set to get started. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it.
David Long is striding very awkwardly in that cutscene.
They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
Hand off to Kamara. Jalen Ramsey finding his way inside. 2-yard gain for number 41.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Give him a gain of
A lot of momentum on that tackle.
And that's going to lead
I don't even know who 41 is.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running
Oh,
back.
that's Eric Weddle. He's normally 20, but I put Tony Pollard on 20. All right, namesake of everyone's favorite guessing game, Weddle with that tackle.
Missing the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he will be very close.
That should be enough. And that's going to be, 4th and inches. That's surprising.
And that means 4th
I thought that was going to be 1st. That may garner a punt here from the Bears at this point in the game, based on how Madden AI works. And it looks like it's going to be. That is an unfortunate way for that drive to end.
Shifts by him.
McCaffrey putting one guy on skates, but cannot avoid the next 3. Still a decent punt return. Gets it up to his own 36. That is where Jalen Hurts will start out this drive.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what
nice little completion. Is that Rashad Bateman again? He's been a favorite target today. That's going to be a new set of downs up to the 47-yard line.
They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things.
I wonder if it's that he likes Rashad Bateman or he just likes abusing Artie Burns.
Sharply run route. Again, zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area.
Oh no, Robert Quinn getting back there. If it wasn't him, it was going to be someone else. That pocket just collapsed. 6-yard loss on the sack. 2nd and 16 coming up for the Rams. That was an interesting little stat that flashed by. I guess the Bears are leading 3-0 in sacks. So the Rams have not gotten to Tannehill once.
Keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
And this is going to be caught, but
is that even in bounds first? I suppose it doesn't matter.
And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. And they'll get this across midfield. But
that inside run to McCaffrey on what looked like a give-up play call on 3rd and 16. He gets 11 out of it, which was impressive, but not enough to extend this drive. On comes Johnny Hecker, huh?
And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Oh, he got it? No way. Down at the 1. That's huge. I thought that was just into the end zone. Ooh, huge special teams play. We are now on safety alert.
On 1st down, Tannehill. That's complete. Terry McLaurin.
Ah, well. End of safety watch. Nice little catch by Terry McLaurin there, wearing the 83 he wore in college because 17 was busy with his quarterback.
Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are
up to 16. This is a 2-minute drill. So yeah, we're gonna see just how bad the clock management always is. Flag down. That's probably holding. Yes, sir.
And they may be going backward here.
The boy getting called for the hold.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
It was weird that they showed a Rams offensive huddle there in that cutscene.
Here's Tannehill. Looking downfield.
Oh, Hail Mary. What do we got here? Knockout there by Jalen Ramsey. Doesn't want Julio getting that one.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. To throw is Tannehill.
Tannehill launching a rocket, finds Kittle over the middle. That's going to lead it to a 3rd and 2 after the 16-yard game. I think it was 16. But the clock is still ticking. This will probably be the first Bears timeout. And there it is at that classic 101 mark.
I wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
To the air again, Tannehill.
Drive continues. If Kittle's smart, he goes out of bounds. He does not, so they're going to take timeout number 2. 54 seconds, 1 timeout remaining. nearly to
As they
midfield.
get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the
This is
first
like right
half.
on the cusp of like comfortability as far as points actually coming out of this drive. The thing that would kill it is short completions that don't really get you more than 5 yards, that also don't go out of bounds. That would be a drive killer at this point.
Out of the gun, Tannehill.
Hey, something like that.
Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
It'll probably take more than one to completely kill the drive, but that does not help with the way Madden rushes on 2-minute drills.
But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
The Bears moving hastily in the hurry-up offense. Tannehill throwing again.
Good throwaway there by Tannehill. That'll stop the clock.
I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Tannehill.
Gets the ball out, but that's also a throwaway. So 4th and 6 here, 16 seconds left at midfield. I think this is going to be a punt. I can't imagine they like throw a Hail Mary, because then there's a chance of a reverse Hail Mary. Yeah.
As he's on to punt for Chicago.
Ooh, funny bounce. Okay, yeah, that one was definitely in the end zone. So up to the 28 seconds left. My suspicions are that the Rams will simply just run this one up the middle and go to halftime. I believe Rams receive on the other side of the half, so nothing doing here.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle.
Oh, huge hit by Roquan there. Knocking Henry on his ass. But that's going to take us to halftime. 13-7, Rams lead. But this is a close one. Rams were favored by 6.5, so Bears are still covering at the moment.
As the second half gets started. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now.
Swing dump off to Derrick Henry. Shrugs off a man as he often does. 9.5-yard gain there. 2nd and inches.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make
solid start to the second half.
And they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. On 2nd down,
McCaffrey finding a huge lane. That might be breakaway. He's gotten away from everyone. He's going to take that to the house. Touchdown, Rams. Christian McCaffrey, big run.
65 yards. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, I guess when you
got himself to the edge, and the safeties were just out of position to help. Rams going for 2 to try to make this a full 14-point lead. No one's open. Uh-oh. He's going to have to run for it. Oh, no. That's even worse. All right. Failed 2-point conversion. We'll say nothing more of that. 19-7, Rams lead.
And see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead
Solid start to the drive there. Kamara getting about 9.5 on that run. Yep, up to 2nd and inches. That juke, if he didn't get caught from behind, nearly would have broken for a huge gain. So, very close to one of those. But the Bears, with a chance to answer back, they may need to do it here before this game gets out of hand.
Second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They run it again with Kamara, and he is going to be
Aaron Donald getting into the backfield there. That's a loss on the run. 3rd and 2 now.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's
Kamara might have broken this one. Oh, we got a fast corner there. Darius Williams, I think. Darius Williams getting there to stop him from taking that all the way to the house. Not unlike what McCaffrey just did last drive. But a huge gain nonetheless. Bears now up to the 47, their own 47. New set of downs.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Good drive-by there. Drive-by grab there by Ernest Jones before Kamara gets too far out of hand. 4-yard gain on the play.
Maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. This one into the hands.
Finds an open Kittle over the middle into the intermediate part of the field. 1st and 10 now, up to the Rams 36. This may be the answer back drive that the Bears were looking for.
A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Another handoff to Kamara. He's running through every member of that defensive line. Von Miller finally grabs him and pulls him down. No gain on the play, roughly. Still on the attacking 36.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
That's to the right side, complete.
That looked like an RPO. Instant decision to throw to Kittle there, right off the line of scrimmage, right off the snap, rather. 2-yard gain, but still 3rd and 8 here.
That's going to bring up 3rd down.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
I know that 19-14 looks a lot better to them than 19-10, so they're going to want a 1st down here, but they're going for it all. Tannehill overthrows McLaurin, who was blanketed by Ramsey. Even if he got it in the right area, I'm not sure that McLaurin would have even had a shot at it. So just an ill-advised play all around. But that's going to be an incompletion. 4th and 8 here on the attacking 34. Yep, they're going to settle for a field goal attempt here. Graham Gano lining up. Kirk Cousins on the hold. The ball is up, and that one should probably be good. It is indeed. 19-10 Rams lead now. Bears chipping away at that lead. Still just under 7 minutes left in the 3rd quarter.
Such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Well, Cole Beasley right there. I don't think we've seen him all day. I don't think he's even been targeted yet. It's been all Kamara, Julio, and a little bit of McLaurin. Oh, and Kittle, of course. Yeah, I guess that's why we haven't seen Beasley. A lot of other dudes out there with a lot of talent.
Through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. And that'll carry over the
I think there's seems like no one's been returning anything on the broadcast right-hand side end zone. So there must be a slight wind, a decent wind left to right as far as the broadcast angle is concerned. Let's keep an eye on that for any late field goal attempts, whether it's into the wind or away from the wind.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
Hurts making some extra time. Gonna just... Oh, don't fumble that. Don't fumble that. Good boy. 4-yard scramble. Scared the shit out of me with how much contact he was taking. But ended up a positive play.
All day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
I do think the Bears... I don't think I've talked about these power-ups before. I'll wait till after this play. Oh, Henry's in the zone. You love to see that. I think that means he's even harder to tackle. Oh, good slide by Hurts there with some awkward animation afterward. 1-yard gain on the play. But there's power-ups at the top. So there's like a momentum bar that goes left to right. There's a Bears logo in the middle. That's always the home team logo. It changes on for each game what the inner and outer power-ups are and what the right now lockdown COA team has approved coverage. The Bears home one, I believe, is... either they get easier kicking meters or the away team gets harder kicking meters. That slide's not going to be enough. He's going to be down short. Yep, 4th and 1. That'll be a punt. So failed drive there, 3 and out for the Rams. But yeah, so obviously Soldier Field's known for being a tough kicking environment. They've tried to make home field advantages feel a little more like actual home field advantages. So the Bears one, I believe, is kicking related.
On 4th down, Otters, the punt team sending this one away.
Ooh. Jakeem Grant tried to make something happen and then just got squashed. Alright, Bears coming out. Only down 9 at the conclusion of their last drive. Still only down 9. And starting on a new drive on their own 19.
Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants
big ball, he catches it in stride. Julio is gone.
Touchdown, Chicago.
Big touchdown for the Bears. 19-16 right now. I feel like Big Brain would say go for 2 here, but I don't know if Madden is big brain enough. No, it's not. They always play for what the current score is, not what the current score could be shortly. So that's going to be 19-17. Rams still lead by 2. 1 play, 81 yards, 9 seconds. Oh, and as Joe said it best, and boom goes the dynamite. Julio Jones continuing to body our Rams over here. Alright, so this game is now back to very close. And, yeah, anything can happen. I'll be right back.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
All right, what'd I miss? Looks like a 2-yard gain, and that's about it.
Hurts. And he'll dump this off to his running back.
Just saw another one of those. quick 3rd and 6 here.
Yeah, actually it was. It was a
McCaffrey slapping the cameraman out of the way. Attaboy.
He's been spending time
Personal
with the
space,
receiver,
brother.
getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school.
You know, I wouldn't hate a run here. Henry's in the zone. You can just plow through everyone. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Run, 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 run. Good. Oh, good hurdle. No! Oh, he got stuck on Kyle Pitts. No! Oh, God. Okay, game is wide open for the Bears here. This will be a punt.
And partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A 40-yard.
There we go. We've swung back to Bears momentum here.
Another drive coming up for this
And yeah, it said Bears down, away team kicking meter swings faster on the downswing. So I don't know if that affects the computer players at all. It might not. I really don't know. But if you're an actual player, it's tougher.
What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. They'll contain him to just 4.
Nice 4-yard gain by Terry McLaurin. 2nd and 6.
Would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each
Kamara.
Ended up making a nice
I heard like multiple whiff sounds come out of that too.
71 yards for him on the ground.
For both of the times he tried to like power through a dude. Anyway, just short of the 1st down line, 3rd and inches. This is a big play here for the Rams defense.
But you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
I guess it's a big play for both sides.
Again, it's Kamara.
Right back to Kamara, gets the 1st down easily. Jordan Fuller finally swoops in to get him down at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10, Bears.
They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Tannehill on 1st down. Looking deep for Julio. And this one is in.
Throw away from Tannehill on 1st down. We're going to see 2nd and 10 coming up. Still on the 40-yard line.
On the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
3rd quarter of a 2-point game. A good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
Oh my. Darius Williams even breaking up the pass on that one. He might have been better off letting Kamara catch that and then taking him down. That might have been a tackle for loss after a reception. Alas, 3rd and 10. Another big play here for the implications of this game.
I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
Ernest Jones solving it. Yep, 3-yard, 2-yard gain. 4th and 8. Likely punt out of the Bears here. So big stop for the Rams defense. See if the Rams offense can get themselves back together after this assumed punt. Alright, yeah, it's a punt. It's a punt. No fakies. No whammies.
Plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle
Keep bouncing.
if you want to be a good defense.
Oh no.
Oh, and what a play on special
Alright.
teams here.
Good special teams play down at the 2.
Inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
We are in we are in safety watch territory. Yet again.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. That's
Okay, I think we got a yard out of that. Still in safety watch.
Not much there, only a yard.
Can't help but think they should just give it to in the zone Derrick Henry to just plow through a bunch of dudes.
But somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Oh, that play, before the quarter ended, looked like it was lining up to be a plow Derrick Henry through a bunch of dudes play. But that'll be the end of the third quarter. Rams leading here 19-17. Very tight game on our hands. See what the fourth quarter brings.
It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4.
Run Derrick Henry through a bunch of dudes only works when there's only one dude at a time. Runs into a man sandwich, gets taken down, but he gets a 3-yard gain before doing so. We're less at safety warning here. Safety watch. But still, probably need to put a drive together at some point. If not now, then when?
Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move.
That's not going to be enough. That's going to be 4th and 1. All right. Well, at least the wind is at the Rams' back now, so Johnny Hecker can just boom one as far as he possibly can. And we'll hope the Rams' defense can step it up. Because again, I have no problem being biased on these streams.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
First man to the ball gets the tackle, so that will be down to their own 40. Yeah, I mean, that's the best you can do when you're backed up to your own 6, huh? Or 11. Yeah, probably could have been. Well, whatever. I'm not going to nitpick a punt.
They force the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at the 40. They start the drive on the ground.
Aaron Donald getting first to the ball and murdering Alvin Kamara. That was one of those mythological big hits, which are more likely to force a fumble. So shout out to Kamara for holding on through all that hit.
Great, because I think on that one he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
On 2nd and 12, Tannehill.
Rams finally get their first sack of the day. It's a 3-man effort between Leonard Floyd, Aaron Donald, and Von Miller.
He buries him for a loss of 10.
Gotta give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there.
Hard to say who really did that. I guess Von Miller finished it. You credit 3 half sacks there?
Bears on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and forever.
Aaron Donald nearly gets in for another, but not quite in time. Either way, that was 3rd and 21. So now the tackle is 4th and 8. On their own 42, we expect a punt right back to Rams territory.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return.
Nothing doing on the return, but already in better field position than at any point the last drive.
The LA offense ready for this.
Rams starting this one out on their own 17.
Got to stop, force the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse
Quick
this
time check. We have about 9 minutes of gameplay left. I'll start making bold statements about what that means once I have a better handle on what that means.
They begin with Henry.
Derrick Henry trying to murder some dudes. Eddie Jackson taking out the legs. I think he was the last line of defense there, but that's a nice 16-yard gain. Up to the 33 now. New set of downs.
This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the
Yo, just keep feeding Henry. It sure looks like a run play, which means it must be a pass. Oh, just a jet sweep. CeeDee Lamb getting 2 yards on the play. Not terrible. 2nd and 8.
And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense, diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. Well, the pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35.
Another 2 yards.
Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll
brings it to 3rd and 6.
It's 3rd and 6.
Gonna need something through the air here to keep this drive alive.
I know I'm supposed to be neutral here, but those were terrific plays back-to-back defensively.
I don't think I've seen an A.J. Brown catch yet.
if they want to have a chance to win the game.
They absolutely do. Steps 1 and 2 done. Now they need this third step.
Yes, just will it to happen. A.J. Brown, nice reception. New real-life teammates here. Jalen Hurts to A.J. Brown. We will be hearing that a lot this season, barring injuries. But that'll be enough for a Rams first down. The Rams part is not what we'll be hearing. Eagles will be the word. Eagles. That was the word. Derrick Henry doing more Derrick Henry shit. Wills himself to another first down. 13 rushes for 89 yards at this point in the game. First and 10 into Bears territory now, onto the 41.
A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the
McCaffrey in the backfield for a play.
And let's close this one out.
He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Oh, I was muted for all that. Said a thing about Hurts' stat line, Bateman's stat line. Anyway, Bateman, 4th catch now, 74 yards. Putting together a nice little game here.
They go play action with Hurts. He'll buy some time.
Oh, Hurts avoids that tackle right there. Gets a nice little scramble. That's going to be a 6-yard gainer. Up to the 23.
Now that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts.
Oh my God, CeeDee Lamb has just missed, and Roquan Smith is going to come down with that ball. Okay, Bears taking over now here at their own 24. Huge turnover late in the game. Just under 5 minutes left to play. Let's see what the Bears do with this drive. This drive will matter a ton toward the outcome.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he's dropped just
Kamara show continues now with his 23rd attempt on the ground. He's at 86 yards and a touchdown. Aaron Donald stops him just short of the first down line. We're at 3rd and inches here on the Bears' own 33.
Emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Easy completion to McLaurin, I assume? Yeah, to McLaurin. First down, up to their own 45. This could be one of those drives where they get in field goal range and just start burning timeouts and play for the field goal.
And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Aaron Donald gets to him at the end of his throwing motion, registers as a fumble. Offensive lineman picks it up, so they won't challenge anything about it, incompletion versus fumble. But that is going to be a 6-yard loss on the play at the very least. 2nd and 16, clock keeps ticking. Bears still on their own side of the field, so they got to keep moving before they can start killing clock.
Now on 2nd and 16. Tannehill completes it to the tight
Short completion to Kittle out to the right side. He's going to get a 2-yard gain before he tumbles out of bounds. 3rd and 14 here, but that will stop the clock. 2:26 left in the game.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course, you got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
This is bound to be a big ball or a huge scramble. Looks like a huge scramble coming in, but he'll slide. He's got shell shock from the fumble. He's going to slide short of the first down. 4th and 7. And that's probably going to bring us to the 2-minute warning, which means the Bears may be going for this one.
The coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it.
You have to imagine they have to, right?
Short of a first down.
Three timeouts, but that's not enough to assume anything, right? They got to go for this. All right, Bears are lining up to go for it. This is a potential game-determining play here.
Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down.
Oh, Kittle wide open. He's going to be down at the 16. I was about to say 15. Down to the 16. Clock is ticking. The Bears are now in the driver's seat here. They are in field goal range. This should be a chip shot for Graham Gano. Rams are going to have to burn their timeouts very soon. Oh, Bears are still in no huddle. They're going for the touchdown. Okay.
They committed an eye violation, had their eyes in one place, and allowed the deep ball behind them.
Finds Alvin Kamara, tackles him in bounds. Rams have to burn a timeout. Now the Bears are going to realize they can keep running. Rams can't let up a first down or this is game over.
Throwing Tannehill. And Beasley with it over the middle.
Beasley with the catch and into the end zone, but we're going to get it's a roughing the passer. Never mind, that's a touchdown for the Bears. Currently up 4, could be up 5 or 6 depending on the play call here. Minute 21 left and 2 timeouts for the Rams, so this game is far from over. This one just got very interesting. But the Rams will ultimately need to get themselves in the end zone in order to flip their destiny here. So a simple extra point. That's a 5-point lead for the Bears. Rams to receive shortly.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is Tony Pollard. And no chance to get away.
Tony Pollard with a pretty weak return, only to the 17-yard line.
So all eyes on this
Rams have it all to do. Oh, Allen Robinson with the stop on that kickoff. Attaboy, way to contribute.
The length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. To Henry. 3 yards the game.
Oh boy, those short plays are not going to do it. 3-yard gain. A minute left. Timeout 2 didn't even happen, so we are wasting time. It'll be the no huddle, but it's always like really frustrating to watch the seconds tick away while the animation is just walking around.
Back to throw.
I need you to slang this one deep, Jalen. Why are you running with it? Okay, timeout? Thank you.
After a gain of 5. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout.
This is very bad for the Rams.
Over 40 seconds to go in the game. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete.
An incompletion on 3rd and 2 is not what you want. So this play, which needs significant yardage, also needs to be a first down. Only 1 timeout. Things are not looking good for your boy. Unless your boy is Joe, in which case things are looking great. They're just going to run it on 4th and 2. Derrick Henry's got the juice. Okay, they need to use the timeout though. I don't care that we're not anywhere yet. Just give it to Derrick Henry. You get a 13-yard gain. It's a better play than anything else you've done through the air. Oh, unbelievable. And the timeout a little later. This is very bad.
Their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick.
20 seconds.
Maybe take that shot deep.
We need some deep plays.
Take the big shot. You've got to worry on
Got 4 wide receivers set. Well, I guess one's Kyle Pitts, but you know, they're 4 wide. Slang it. Okay, we got a deep ball. We got a pile, which means no one's going to catch it. Wait. Oh, that was just hovering on someone's body. Okay, incompletion. 10 seconds left. Those never work until they do.
Just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Oh, no. Okay, 2 seconds left. One more play. I don't think Hurts has the arm strength to get this into the end zone on the fly.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance...
So this is going to have to be someone catching it out of the pile and then taking it to the end zone, which simply... Well, okay, I think I've seen it once in this entire, title through all the slow sims I've watched. So I can't say it never happens. Okay. Nope, hits the ground. All right, congrats, Joe. That's going to do it. Bears take this one down 24-19 in a bit of a silly game. But ultimately, Joe's team came out the victors. And to the victor go the spoils.
You're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still... You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
All right, we'll take a quick look through the stats. 148 yards passing out of Jalen Hurts is probably a big reason why this was not in the Rams' favor. But take a quick flip through these. Derrick Henry doing work as usual. Kamara getting a ton of carries, 23. That's a huge number for a Madden simulation. Julio Jones getting 133. Kittle getting 109. Jones, of course, getting that long breakaway touchdown. Quick look at these. Sacks. Yep. Oh, they did actually give 3 half sacks. That's funny. So the Rams with 2.5 sacks on the game. Nice. Roquan Smith with that INT. That was huge. A couple forced fumbles by the Rams. Only one of them recovered. And no defensive touchdowns. So, taking a look at the bracket. Joe is going to be our first representative in the semifinals, continuing his reign as the 1 seed. So that's a 1 seed victory, and meaning we will get a semifinals game in Chicago at Soldier Field. Meanwhile, so yeah, he'll face the winner of the next match day between Preston and Sprite, either the Packers or the Colts. One of the two will be traveling to Soldier Field after that matchup in Green Bay. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Monday. I don't know when that's going to happen. Meanwhile, down here, should I scroll? No, just leave it. I dropped down to the Fivals bracket. That's what this is. And I will play the loser of the next match, Sprite and Preston. And try to do my battle to the 5th choice, which is still a choice. But anyway, that's going to do it for today. Thank you all for observing. Congrats again to Joe. He always builds for Madden, so his Julio use check build was pretty solid. But yeah, that's going to do it for today. Congrats. We'll see you again next time for Preston and Sprite. Not 100% sure when that will be. I'll hit the group me as always. Could be tomorrow, could be Monday, could be later. But yeah, thanks all for tuning in. Have a great night.